Remember when someone lit a dumpster on fire underneath it and burned the road and it collapsed?
My God.
Yeah, that was like 5 years ago. They had to divert all of the interstate traffic off into, like, off ramps into a pedestrian or residential road and then back one, like, a mile later. It
Jeez.
was it was really bad.
Yikes.
I think it's Wednesday
Wednesday.
or Thursday.
It's Wednesday, yeah. Mhm.
Oh, no.
Wow, Sony.
Did
Oh
Jim
my
Stoney show
god.
up drunk again?
That's No, those are
Yeah.
that's a Gravity Rush reference. They're making Gravity Rush 3. Yeah. Yeah. It's confirmed, yeah. No, it's the movie. It's they're
What is
making a
this?
You
movie,
have
yeah. They're
anime
making a live
recently.
What's this in
action
reference to?
No, it's live
Live act
action. It's such a bad idea. Actually, we're out live and recording. Let me make sure this is true. Yeah, it's live action.
Is
How
this a
how
new
is
rumor that's going about? I've literally not turned on my phone for any type of rumors or
No,
speculation on
this is
today.
this is this is a year old. This
Okay.
how would they even do that?
With
sounds awful.
difficulty.
They murdered
Okay.
Japan studio just to make a live action
Yeah, I was
Gravity
about
Rush
to say
movie.
they closed the studio. Okay, so what we got here today, excuse me, we're going to be making some bets on some things that might or might not happen at this gigantic PlayStation showcase, which is over an hour, which I think is the longest one they've done.
Oof. It's gonna be
That's
good.
yeah, I think
I think
even
maybe the original PlayStation 5 showcase was longer, but I think this is
That one
since then, yeah.
being a very tuned in person, I watched the PlayStation reveal yesterday, and I think it's just over an hour.
okay. So this will probably be around that or a little longer. So, um, yeah, they're gonna have a lot of stuff here, and I'm hoping not too much of it is PSVR, but we'll see. um, so yeah, we have a bunch of bets here, and then on the second page here we have some wild ones, which we will not reveal till later, which are going to be a little more exciting things. So let's go ahead and run through. We're gonna go like row by row,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's see here. So first of all, something that's been talked about a lot, no confirmation from anybody officially. Spider-Man 2 is going to be a co-op game where you can play together as Peter and Miles at the same time. So, yeah, I don't know how everyone's feeling about that. To me, I've seen a lot of like insiders being like, "Oh yeah, that's happening," and then most people being like, "Well, we don't actually know anything." But I feel good about that. I'm gonna put
Co-op. So like two
two
people like
people
couch
playing at the
co-op.
same time. I don't know. I didn't say couch co-op or
Well,
online because I think it's probably going to be online only. If I'm being completely honest with you.
wow.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way this could be couch co-op. That'd be
No.
crazy.
Jim Sony's not going to let you do that. So I'm going to put
Yeah.
50 Todd coins down on that happening.
If it takes two can do it, then Spider-Man can.
Oh, they could
I'm
do it.
gonna
They're just going to not want to do
yeah.
it.
I'm actually entirely certain this is not the case. I think it's single player.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 0, yeah.
Okay. So you can also bet against it, remember?
Oh, are we still doing that?
Yeah, we are. So I'll put in like a
Okay,
negative
yeah.
if you're betting
I'll
against
put
it.
50. Yeah, negative 50.
All
Yeah.
right. Nice.
So, oh, that still counts as because you're absolute valuing our bets, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same. I don't think this is happening. Negative
Okay.
50.
All right. All right.
And this has to be revealed for it to come
That
to
yeah, this
get.
has to be something that is shown in this showcase for it to count.
If it doesn't, if they don't even mention it, does that mean that ours works, or did we
That's
just
a good
get
Yeah.
question.
0?
Yeah. Like it means that if the thing doesn't happen, like to each of these things doesn't happen, then you get the points.
Okay.
To be fair, the game's coming out so soon that they have to show it here. Like
Yeah, I
if they
agree.
don't reveal
Mhm.
co-op here, then
When
it
is it?
might as well not
September?
exist. Yeah, it's really
Okay.
soon.
Adam, what are you feeling?
Oh, sorry about that. You caught me mid yawn. I'm also gonna bet against it.
Okay.
Think I think what it will be is seamless transitional co-op for one person.
So
Like
single
you'll be able to.
player co-op.
Yeah, it'll be like you'll be able to switch between Peter and Miles on your own. I think that's what it's going to be.
Okay, cool. What do you want to
Makes
put on
sense.
that?
I'll also do -50.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna fill out Sunny's at the ends when I can pull.
I
that
actually think
up.
it'll be like Last of Us 2. That's my
Oh,
guess.
like there's like certain story segments where you flip.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's just linear, and you just play
Yeah.
them at different parts
I
of the
think-
story.
That would be
think that
I think
easier
that's
because
closer to reality. I think
for an like a totally open world game though, it feels like it'd be difficult to pull that off.
To be fair, though, we already explored Manhattan twice. They need to really spice it up somehow.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows
Yeah,
where they
so, like-
take you? Maybe they take you out of Manhattan. Maybe they take you to London. You go to some crazy new places, and we're just blown away by the new environments. Who knows?
Okay.
Peter's doing something in one place, Miles doing
Yeah,
something
exactly.
in
They're
another
on
place.
different parts of the world. Yeah.
Oh,
knows?
that actually I can believe that one maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, next one is PlayStation upgrades cloud gaming to compete with xCloud features. So that would mean that you can play games on your phone or on your computer, streaming directly from the PlayStation Cloud rather than from your console, and you can do that anywhere.
Isn't that what?
Using your
Okay,
own like
right.
game saves and things like that too.
will
Oh.
we be including the rumored handheld that they are making into this?
I think this is just software based upgrade.
Yeah. This is just about like the actual cloud features.
Gotcha. Because I know that rumored
I've heard
handheld
about
is
that,
supposed to
yeah.
be like
It's supposed to be a cloud only
remote,
handheld.
yeah,
thing.
cloud only type thing.
But if they're doing that handheld, that would mean that this stuff is all going to be there. So
Okay.
you know. So I think that they will do this. I'm more torn on whether they're going to do it now or not. I think that the announcement will come later maybe, but like because that's not something that needs to be in a showcase. That could be a PlayStation blog post. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to bet anything on this one. Momo?
I'm also not betting. I have no race. I have no horse in this race.
Okay. David?
I don't really have an opinion on this, but so that I don't know if we're all gonna go through and not have a bet, so I'll put
That's okay.
-25 on it,
All right.
so there's some stakes.
I'll put 10 that they show off that handheld or announce that handheld.
Okay.
And that includes this feature, I guess.
Yeah, I think a handheld, as we've heard
Yeah.
rumored, would include all of these xCloud
Yeah,
features,
that's kind of how I fit. Because every showcase has had something non-gaming related involved with it to some degree. Because you had the PlayStation library thing
The PS
at one
Plus
point.
library. You mean?
Yeah, so I feel like this like remote handheld could probably be that thing this time. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Did you say Sonny gave all of his too?
He did. Yeah, I'm gonna fill them in at the end there because it would interrupt the like screen that I have up on OBS to
Okay,
keep pulling
no
up
worries.
the thing.
Sure, for sure.
So I'll fill his out at the end, but I put his wild ones in here already, so we'll see them for this.
Cool.
Okay. Last of Us Factions 2 is launching on PC and PS5 same day. I am hardcore in on this one. I think I'm gonna put another 50 down on this actually, but that shouldn't be red, but whatever. Oh no. Oh god.
You broke that.
I think those colors are left over from last time. But yeah, I am hardcore in on this. I think that they are absolutely gonna. Sony is pushing. They're doing like 10 live service games right now. I think that they are hardcore pushing them all to be on PC and PS5 with crossplay.
Whoa, that's such a crazy bet.
I think they are. Well, this is just for this one game, Last of Us Factions 2. But
Yeah, but what you just said, like pushing for all of them to be.
I think they are. Yeah, I absolutely think they are.
That is such an ambitious bet.
It is
Coming
ambitious,
from,
but
coming
I
from
also,
Sony, it's
Yeah.
ambitious.
Not day and date,
These are,
though.
and I think these are going to be their free-to-play games. Is the thing too.
Okay.
So I don't think that they're going to look at it as much as like we're losing sales on software because they're really going to be counting on microtransactions for that.
So you think The Last of Us Factions is going to be free to play?
I think it's possible. That's not part of the bet here, but I think it is more likely than not at this point.
I am so certain you're wrong. I'm going to put.
I thought they already said it was
I'm
going
going
to
to
cost
put
money.
70
Oh, is
negative
it?
75
It
on this.
may, yeah. If they,
I just-
they may
I
have
just-
already said that. That's fair.
When they talked about factions, they made it sound like its own fully fleshed game with its own
yeah.
full campaign. Like it has a campaign. It's not like a multiplayer thing. It's multiplayer, but it's not like
Yeah,
it has
see,
like
this is
something
the-
big into it.
there is also stuff like Genshin Impact that exists that is a free-to-play
That's true.
campaign-driven game with multiplayer. Like,
Who
and
knows
that's
what
made
they
a
do that
fuck ton of
time.
money. It's like hard to pretend it's not something that other companies might look at and want. But anyway,
But I will
the
put
only
75 against it.
yeah, only thing in this bet is that it's coming to PC and PS5 same day, which I
Yeah,
feel good about.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain against that, so I will say no.
Okay, you want to
Say
put
no.
you wanna put something down?
75 against it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
This would be the first day and date
Yeah, it would
cross.
be.
Yeah, and this doesn't have anything to do with crossplay, just that it would be on both.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't necessarily, but I wouldn't even. I don't think it would be like.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you would
I-
assume that it is, but I just
Yeah.
I think this is the beginning of their like actual push to do like crossplay for PC and PS5. That's my guess, because I think they are going to try to push for that.
Okay.
I mean, I given the how big this showcase is, I would think that you would have to show something here because it's been so quiet. I don't know if it'll. 'Cause the last one had a PC port, didn't it? But it was bad. Is that how it
I
was?
am
yeah.
so
PC
yeah.
port is really bad. Yes.
I'm so certain this will like Last of Us Factions 2 has to be shown. It's gonna be shown. I feel so certain about that.
100%.
I do too.
But I don't think like I'm so certain it's gonna be PS5 exclusive. It's gonna be just. I have no idea, but we'll see.
I get. I mean, I really can understand both sides of the argument. So I'm actually going to go 25 with a yes here.
Hey.
I doubt it's same day, but I'm still gonna, go in on it. Why not?
All right, Adam.
Well,
I'm
fun.
gonna go 25 against.
Okay.
Good old
Another
Jimbo Ryan. He came out recently, I think, and said that they like their strategy with the PC delayed
Coming
release.
later.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
yesterday. He said like I like it being like 2 years after release, but I also think I don't know. I have this weird feeling for some reason he's not talking about their like multiplayer only games.
Yeah,
that they
I mean
have
that is definitely like, if you want to make the most bang for your buck on these live service games, like
Yeah.
releasing them on both makes the most sense for sure.
But
But
also one thing that like I have heard tossed around, which again is not part of this bet, but like is that PlayStation is going to be coming out with their own like fucking launcher store at some point, which
that would be.
if they did that, I can believe that
You
because
see?
they would want to
True.
collect 100% of the profits from their
Oh yeah.
sales
Also,
and their
yeah,
microtransactions.
considering you just remind me that they said they part of why they bought Bungie was because they wanted us to sort of like borrow their live service strategy,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that is very much like PC console.
I could,
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see Factions 2 being kind of a Destiny 2 model.
But however, I just can't see that being Factions 2. Like I
It's
think you might be right that it,
Not-
like a later game, another game, but I just
Yeah.
don't think Factions 2 is
How
that.
interesting would it be if like the Last of Us multiplayer game basically is like a Destiny sort of thing?
That would be weird. That'd be
Really
so
That would
weird.
be so
Yeah.
wild.
That would
Yeah.
be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, no.
I
it
mean, I would be
cool.
interested, but I feel like I would also be very weary about it.
Okay, so Ghost of Tsushima is coming to PC. Announcement for a date in the fall or earlier, so fall or summer basically, but doesn't have to be a specific date. Just sometime this, like it's
So in the
coming
next
fall or
like 4
earlier.
months.
Yeah, basically, or yeah, like I'm meaning like before holiday, like up till.
I
Like,
can buy
September.
this. Yeah, I can buy this
Yeah,
because
I think I'm
I
gonna
feel
put
like
in,
they had a yeah.
I'm gonna put in 25 on this because like I could also see them maybe doing it for like holiday or something. But like I also feel like this one seems like the most no-brainer of their remainder games to put on PC for me.
Mhm.
Just like probably the most widely celebrated of their like recent games by like fans. I think they would want to get it in the hands of more people that's not on PC already.
Yeah, I'll
But-
put 10 on this. I think this is actually not too unlikely.
Okay.
I mean, they've announced they're gonna put it on PC, right?
They didn't officially announce it, but it was part of that NVIDIA leak that
Yeah.
turned out to be completely 100% true so far.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. It is coming eventually. It just depends on if it's now or maybe later.
Okay. Yeah, I think it probably will, especially given the other games that they put out. This seems like a pretty easy one to put on PC, and probably would be very successful.
Okay.
It's just before fall. That's a big question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll do 20.
Okay. I don't know what the increments we're using are, but I think we're well past.
Do you
that
want to
now.
keep it in fives? Or?
It's okay. We'll
Oh, that is fine.
we'll just say increments of fives. Is
Yeah, I
fine.
think 5s are fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine. All right, Adam.
I'll do 15-4.
Okay.
Because I think the only things throwing me off are the this year and if it gets announced at this event, like I could see them giving this to Keighley as just like a hey, here's something
Here's
from
PlayStation.
us.
That's
Yeah,
absolutely
here's
true.
Sony.
I could totally see that at the Summer Game
That
Fest
is a
show.
very
It's a very
compelling
easy
point.
thing for them to hand off to
Yeah.
him to like
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
here. Yeah, you're right. You're
We
right.
care about the Summer Game Fest. Here's
Yeah.
Tsushima coming to PC. Like that seems like a very much a Sony thing as
Yeah,
well.
because this isn't gonna be like the big hitter.
Sony
Yeah.
always gives him like a small thing each year. Like I think
Exactly.
like 2 years ago, I remember they're like, here's like the third gameplay trailer for Ratchet and Clank. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
whatever. Like, you know.
Like 100% this is coming. It's either early next year or sometime this year probably, but when it gets announced is the question mark for me for sure.
Okay. All right. So on the other hand, Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake is announced as a PlayStation exclusive, so that includes no PC.
So this was leaked, and I did see the leak, and it
Yeah,
was
this
from
was
a very
kinda-
reliable
I
source.
did not see
Yeah.
the leak.
I don't want to say the people who have not seen it can vote, but I don't think I should.
Yeah,
Because I
okay.
trust the reporter who said it too. Like they are so correct most of the time. So I doubt
think
it's
if you guys
for
both
sure.
already know, maybe we can just remove this one from the bets. Then.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen the leak, but my wild
Yeah.
one is based on this topic.
then I think you two
We-
should be allowed to go. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Sure,
mean Momo and I can vote after or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how you want to do this.
I feel like it's gonna. I don't know the thing that's like I'm trying to think about like what does Konami want, because Konami's gonna be the one publishing this, and like from their perspective, I don't know that they're as focused on keeping like the MGS license tied to PlayStation as they used to be. So like I think I can put like a small bet on this. I'm saying that like I'm gonna bet against it small. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be PC and PlayStation, but just little bet. Who Adam? Were you gonna also come in on that, or did you?
I mean, I've seen the leak.
Oh, you have. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen the leak, but given my wild one is that it's not exclusive, and there's
Okay.
other parts to the wild one. So
Okay.
I'll put 20 since.
You put 20 against it, so it will come
Yeah,
to multiple
I mean,
platforms. All right.
I don't want to. Since not everyone's voting on it, I don't want to put a huge
Sure.
amount.
Yeah. I'd put little money on
Sure.
that. All right.
Do we want to say what the leak is, or are we going to keep that under wraps?
Oh yeah, we could. I mean, we can.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead and tell me. We locked it in.
Yeah, so Tom Henderson said that the game is not PlayStation exclusive. It's coming to Xbox as well. Yeah.
Wow.
So it seems pretty reliable. So
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I could see maybe marketing rights go to Sony
Oh,
or
yeah, for sure.
or a timed exclusive maybe. But yeah, I
the
don't
way
think
the
it's
way
gonna
the
be.
leak was written made it seem like it wasn't a timed exclusive, but I could
Yeah.
be wrong. Who knows?
That's the
Interesting.
only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing where it's like, well, maybe it's not fully right, kind of
It's,
thing.
Yeah.
it's hilarious. Like that itself is like such a huge win for Xbox, just not getting like
It's not-
locked out of a limited window thing.
Yeah.
That's a really funny point.
God. Okay.
Great. PlayStation keeps getting Call of Duty, and they get better something.
Yeah. You guys get Metal Gear Survive.
Oh hell yeah!
Final Fantasy VII
Coming to Game Pass
Rebirth.
finally.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth gets a trailer, and this time it has a release window. So,
Can we make this bet more intense and say a release window for this year?
oh my God, I don't
Because-
know.
because-
I didn't want to make it so nobody bet on it.
Haven't you been
No,
pushing
because-
that it's coming out this year, like for the whole year?
Because like I feel like I just feel like this bet could be. I'm already kind of unsure about which way I want to go in this bet, but no, forget it. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. It's fine the way it
Okay.
is.
So now that let me see here. I'm wondering if like I honestly I feel in my heart of hearts, in my Kingdom Hearts, that this is not gonna get mentioned in this show.
I could really go either way on this. There's the
I think
fact
I'm
that
gonna skip on this. So up to
the
you.
fact that Final Fantasy 16 is coming out in like 3 weeks just makes me feel like they wouldn't want to talk about Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth right now. Like, I don't know. It just feels like, is this really the time to show it off? And if you show it off now, you have to show gameplay. Like, is this like when with Final Fantasy 16 so close, is this the time to give it a full?
Yeah.
I just don't
Also,
feel like that makes sense.
also something to note, even though it is like gonna be like PlayStation exclusive at launch, probably. I'm assuming it will. It may end up being on PC at launch too, but even though it is probably gonna be Sony exclusive, it's not like a Sony game, and so there's not really a reason this wouldn't be at like Summer Games Fest either. You know what I mean?
Well, to be fair, I think because of the exclusivity, we can. I would largely expect. I mean, the last time we saw, actually, right, the last time we saw Final Fantasy VII Remake was at a Square Enix event. I think that was when they revealed it. It was like a.
Is Square Enix doing
Yeah.
an event this summer?
I don't think
I'm
It
they
not
was-
are.
sure.
It was
It's
their
the
big
anniversary
Dragon's
event.
Dogma like
It was their big
thing.
Square Enix anniversary event. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're doing an event this time. But I'm going to bet a small bit. I'll say 20 against this. I don't think
Okay.
it's happening.
Yeah, I agree with the idea that since 16 so soon, they don't want to overshadow. Because actually, it's funny. I was watching the Easy Allies like kind of review of it or talk of 16, and since they did the demo, and Bled mentioned that when they were talking to Yoshi, he made a joke about since Zelda is now, he was hoping that people aren't too distracted by playing Zelda, so they don't watch the Final Fantasy 16 coverage.
Oh, so they can like stay surprised.
Well, no, he wants them to watch the 16 coverage so that they're excited for the game. He doesn't want them just playing Zelda the whole time.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, the whole world is distracted
Right.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
extremely distracted. I'm like over 40 hours into this game, and I've done none of the story yet.
But
So-
I mean, on that sense, I think, I mean, obviously, I don't know if 16 really has any, or if Yoshi P has any say on what they do with 7, but
Yeah.
I do feel like that sentiment is there where they want 16 to be first and foremost right now, and then 7 probably won't come out this year, and
No,
so
I
it'll
don't think so.
have
Yeah,
a
I
thing
don't think
later.
so either.
It's
Um,
also like I feel like 16, and I think they're both gonna sell fairly well, but like
Oh, for sure.
I think that Rebirth is probably for a smaller audience than 16. You know, so like
Interesting.
well,
7
the reason I
sold
think
pretty
that
well,
is
didn't it?
it 7 remake.
Yeah.
I think the only numbers they gave was that didn't it sell like 8 million total or something like that? So like it sold well.
Didn't remake sell more than 15? I honestly think that
No, I think
Rem-
15 sold way more, but I'm
No
not 100%
way.
sure. Someone can pull it up if you want. But no, I think the reason is because Rebirth is like an actual like sequel to a game that
Yeah.
you need to have already played. So I think there is a much smaller audience for it in that sense.
I get that. I still don't think they will, so I'm going to say negative 20 as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go negative 20 as well. I think there will be a second Final Fantasy game that shows up here, but it won't be this one. This has been their state of play, like.
Final Fantasy
Game?
World 2?
I think Final Fantasy 9 Remake is gonna show up here actually.
Oh, that would be high.
is that your wild one?
I've heard
I've
of
been
Dude.
batting
I
around
feel
it.
like
Oh my
people have
God.
thrown
That
that
would be-
around so much.
I would be so excited.
But that the remake is rumored to be like the fucking Octopath engine, right? Like not.
I
not
don't
Oh.
even know.
thing.
I'll be honest. I just know it was part of the Nvidia leak, and
Okay.
that was like
I-
2020.
That's what I had heard people talking about, was that it was like in the Octopath engine, not like.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Not like a Final Fantasy VII remake situation. Like.
Yeah,
I
don't
wonder,
think-
because you could see how long they're putting into Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they're like, do we want to do this again?
Yeah, I don't think they want to do that again. I agree.
So to be clear, that Final Fantasy VII Remake outsold both Spider-Man and God of War in its first month, within its
wow.
first launch. Yeah,
Or for
first 3
launch.
days.
Okay.
Yeah, like it. We don't have. I don't think we have anything else besides
The
that.
Final Fantasy 9 doesn't have... It's not as like rabid of a following. I think it's
No.
probably
Yeah.
more popular amongst people that like
I would
it,
say
but
10
it's
has
not as...
more of a rabid following, honestly.
If I do think the only way we see a Final Fantasy IX remake is if it's a smaller thing, like
Yeah.
Octopath or
I don't
whatever.
think it's going to be that big, but that's why I
Honestly-
think it could show up at a showcase like this, where here's Final Fantasy 16, it's the biggest
And here's a
attention.
smaller
also
thing, yeah.
here's
Yeah.
here's something else we have that's Final Fantasy related
So
that's coming.
This
interesting.
discussion has reminded me of something that is a huge game that might really show up here with a big bang that we totally forgot about, which is Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh,
Yeah. I was
well,
thinking
I'd
about that
say I
last
was
night.
thinking... I was also thinking SGF for that.
I don't.
Ooh.
I honestly don't think Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to even.
Because Kingdom Hearts 3
have
is cross-platform,
breathing
right?
space.
On release.
Yeah, it launched on Xbox and PlayStation,
No, but
and then came to PC later.
I think Kingdom Hearts 4 hasn't even been confirmed about where it's coming. I think Sony might grab it because I think it was pretty intentional to just not reveal what platforms it was on. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say after
I
doing...
couldn't imagine 4 wasn't on cross-platform after 3 was.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, after 3 has launched cross-platform, I think 4 kind of has to.
And 3 is on cloud play now too, right? So
I think
on
it's
Switch.
one of those
honestly
things
don't
where I think since Sony is grabbing up so many exclusives from Square Enix, I'm sure Square Enix is like, "Hey, Sony, like, we'll take another bag to make Kingdom Hearts 4 exclusive on you
I
guys." But
absolutely think that's why the announcement trailer had no talk of
yeah,
platform because I
dude, that
think
would
that
be.
They're
they
still
did it on
shopping
their
it
own
around.
and they're waiting for. I 100% think they want Sony to buy it. Yeah,
That would
100%.
be so hilarious. Like, I mean, you would know that it would come out on other stuff later, even if they announced
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I don't
considering
think it would
all
be a
Kingdom
full-time
Hearts on all
exclusive.
platforms now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay trailer is shown and has no hip hop music.
Is that like an Ed Boon staple?
The Mortal Kombat 12 or 11 trailer had like hip hop music when they premiered it, and a lot of people were like really put off by it and thought it like, did not fit the trailer. But they apparently were like, no, this is the vibe we want. So anyway, that was what I was referencing. But I think that coming back to the gameplay trailer part, at least, I feel very certain they are going to do a gameplay trailer for this. I am going to put another 25 down on that.
I'm gonna put 25 against this because of I think there might be I think it will have some hit music in it.
Okay.
I
Not hip
actually do
music,
think
hip
that.
hop music.
Hip music.
I know, hip hop music. I think it will. I think it will.
Hip hop music.
Okay.
Hip music. Hip
Yeah.
music.
What if the hip hop song isn't hip? Does that
I just feel
still
like
count?
I don't follow Mortal Kombat gameplay showcases enough, but I feel like they do it a lot, right?
What do you mean? Like
Just like hip hop in fighting game reels.
sometimes. I think it was
Oh
the
wait,
thing
no,
is-
this is like a short presentation. This is not like
And this is like a
huge-
full reboot of the system, of
Yeah,
the thing
it is,
too. Like,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might be right.
I think they're trying to keep this kind of serious.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. I'm unsure. I'm gonna put 0. I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no clue.
David, what you want to do?
I'm gonna say, well, honestly didn't think they were gonna show anything here, but then y'all seem pretty confident that they will. Is this gonna be?
I think it's this
PlayStation?
or SGF. It has to be soon, very
Yeah,
soon.
that's true. It might not be here, but
I figured it wouldn't be in the PlayStation one. This is my big thing.
That's a good point.
I mean, this could also show up in the fucking Xbox showcase. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't really know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why I was so certain it would be the Sony conference.
Yeah.
I just know it's going to be shown. It has to be shown this summer. Like it has to be shown in the next.
for sure.
I
the
agree
next
with the
couple
idea
weeks.
that they won't have hip hop music in it because I feel like that's not the vibe they're going for with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably
But I just
true.
don't think it's in the PlayStation showcase, so I'm gonna say 0 just because
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Do you want to put anything down, Adam?
Yeah, I'll put 25 against it. I don't
Okay.
think it's going to show up. I think Tekken might show up. It has a better shot at showing up, I should say.
Okay.
But I don't think. I think it's going to be Street Fighter 6 and one another fighter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 I think will definitely be here, but
In the PlayStation.
This is
one.
really funny.
Yeah.
yeah, so Silent Hill 2 remake is shown and a Bloober Team developer looks visibly nervous while talking about the game.
That is really funny.
It's kind of a funny one. I'm just gonna put 10 on this just to make sure I'm there for this.
I don't think it's going to be shown. I honestly don't think they're that far into it. I'll put -10.
Okay.
Well, maybe he's nervous because they don't actually have anything.
Because they don't have the game ready yet.
This doesn't seem like actually one of my.
We're still
yeah.
working on it, guys. Trust us.
Yeah, it just says is shown, so even if it's just like a teaser concept trailer, that still counts as long as the person looks very nervous when they talk about it.
One of my wild ones goes against this, so I'm
Okay.
gonna continue.
All right, you want to do anything, David, on this one?
Sure, I'll say yes for 10.
Yeah.
Having a little fun.
All right.
Yes for 10 as well.
Hey, all right. Let's do it. Okay.
It's hard
so-
not to
this
vote
one-
on the funny ones.
Yes. So this one, I think you got to think about the components of this. So the trailer for Wolverine has no gameplay, and it features another known beloved Marvel character. Something that people are
Wow.
going to get hyped about.
So are we counting the Hulk? Because Hulk was already
Yeah.
confirmed, sort of.
If the Hulk appears in this trailer and there's no gameplay in it, that would count. Yeah.
What if it's a not what if it's just like a boring Marvel character, but like we know who it is? Does that not count?
Oh, if it's
Well,
like our character
who?
not
Like who?
beloved.
Like Hydra
I don't
Man
know.
shows up.
Like, does Ant-Man count as a beloved Marvel character?
I think for this,
If there's a character in, like, what about Wasp? Like, if Wasp showed up and not without Ant-Man, would that count as a beloved Marvel
Okay,
character?
I'm gonna reword this. So basically, what it is gonna be, it's gonna be another a known Marvel character.
That we
Shows
recognize, I guess.
I'm gonna say it shows up as like a reveal in the trailer.
Okay. So it's not just like they're
it's not just like, oh, look
chatting.
at
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like one of the unknown X-Men characters that's just like in the room with them.
I'm gonna put small monies on this again, just 10.
I don't think Wolverine is even gonna.
You don't think they're even gonna mention it?
I would be blown away if they did that. But
I
do
think it's not gonna be ready before the end of 2024.
To be fair, they did show like Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank right in the same conference.
Yeah.
Like literally, and those games.
They
came
did
out
Spider-Man
same
2 into Wolverine the first time both of those were shown.
Insomniac
You're
did that
convincing
twice.
me. You're
Yeah,
convincing
right.
me about this.
Wait, wouldn't that would be so funny if they just did that again, where they go from Spider-Man 2 into Wolverine, but Wolverine
Right into
still doesn't have
Wolverine, yeah.
gameplay?
Oh, that would be that. I don't think Sony is the type anymore. I'm gonna
I don't
bet
think
against this, yeah.
Insomniac would do
I
that.
think -50. I honestly think
Okay.
Sony doesn't believe in that sort of thing anymore.
All right. What you got, David?
It seems like it's against Sony Insomniac vibes to show another non-gameplay trailer. I still think it's wild that the first time we saw Spider-Man at all was like a semi-gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
It was like
It was
an
like
early
30-second
engine.
cut,
2016,
but
right?
still,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like right after.
And it wasn't
Death
even
Stranding.
we didn't even have a name. It was just
Insomniac
hashtag
Spider-Man.
Marvel PS4. It just said Marvel PS4, I think,
Yeah.
or Spider-Man
Oh,
PS4.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Which I guess ended up sort of being the name of the game, but
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I guess I get the feeling that I don't really think they would show this without gameplay, but I don't know if they have gameplay ready yet.
I don't think
So I
they
just
do.
don't think they would show it.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna say no for 25.
Okay. Sure.
What are we considering gameplay here?
I think it can't be like in engine. Like it's got to be like this is like you're like looking behind Wolverine's back as he's like walking around.
Well, with that
Okay.
first Spider-Man one where it was
Yeah,
like
would that one
cross-cutting
count?
of like little clips, would that count?
I think even if they do show
Yeah.
a little bit of in-game, that counts. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
that one had like
actual
2
footage.
seconds of footage of Spider-Man like beating someone, which I think counted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I will count that if they actually show
I would also
even like
count
2
that,
or 3
yeah.
seconds of like hit like them actually like someone moving.
Just
the
go June,
character
June,
around.
June,
Yeah.
June, and then it like cuts away.
Because yeah, I think I'm gonna bet against this for 25 because I
Okay.
think we're going to get either like they're gonna show off like look at how you can seamless transition between Miles and Peter in this game. Like kind of like I think they're gonna try and show off some of the.
You know what'd be
new
really
gameplay
funny
elements
is
to this
if
game.
they're like cross-cutting between Miles and Peter and then just like quick cut into the Wolverine game
Wolverine.
and show Wolverine.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I think they do.
I mean,
take
what
place
would
in the
be
same
kind
universe,
of
but-
what would be kind of crazy is, but they wouldn't do that. But it would be crazy if like the trailers were merged into one. Like
Oh,
if
that
it
would
was
be
just
nuts.
straight up like, hey,
Yeah.
yeah, this is the same story. Like we're like combining this, but that's kind of dumb. I don't think they would do that. I think they could do that maybe in a future game, but it's too
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man cross Wolverine.
Yeah.
Who
Mhm.
knows? Yeah.
I think their biggest selling thing at the beginning of this Wolverine game is going to be here's what separates it and why it's different from Spider-Man.
I also think,
they're
I mean,
gonna wanna try
Spider-Man
and
and
show that.
Wolverine are such a duo anyway. Like they have such
Mhm.
crossover
Yeah,
in the
they
world.
do. Yeah,
so.
yeah. Actually, I think I mean honestly, even a Wolverine trailer with like fucking like the PS4 Spider-Man showing up in it that counts too. Like that's like a
Mhm.
reveal. You know, it's like oh I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I think so too.
All right, so my favorite one,
that'd
a
be
new
wild.
full-price Astrobot game is announced. This is a $70
Oh.
Astrobot game.
A
Who's-
$70.
70.
Yeah, who's going in?
What if
Who's
it's
going
60?
in?
Does that count?
No, it's got to
Does
be
it have-
no, it's
it has
Sony,
to be
Sony
seven.
full price, $70.
See, I don't imagine they would announce something if it's not VR. Is there a $70 VR game?
I think they do.
I think Call of the Wild
was.
was. I think Call of the Wild was $70.
Yeah, check that out. But yeah, that totally, like, I was imagining, yeah, like Astrobot VR, but it's $70 this time.
Actually, Call of the Wild was 60, and if
60?
that is the most, that is a very full price PSVR
You're right.
game.
You're right.
So I
That's
think
true.
we count this as 60 because
Okay.
if that
Yeah, I
gets
think 60 or
agree.
70.
60, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are,
All right.
are you talking
60?
Call of the Mountain? You mean?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Call of the Mountain. I don't know
Okay.
what Call of
Did
the
you say
Wild is.
Horizon Call of the Wild? I also thought it was
Call of
called
the Wild.
that.
I have no idea what Call of the Wild is.
It's a. I think it's an older novel. It's like a classic novel.
Astrobot, Call of the Wild.
All right. I am. I kind of put this in as a fun one. I don't think they're gonna do this because I just don't think there's gonna be an Astrobot game. That's pretty much the end of my statement.
I mean, I think that there is going to be an Astrobot game. We know Team Asobi is still working. We know that the remnants of Japan Studio are working on a new Astrobot, but I'm pretty sure it's ready. I'm pretty sure they're ready to show it. I'm gonna put 30 on this.
Okay.
I have a feeling. If they killed Gravity Rush Team, they did it for a reason, right?
Sure. Why not? David, what do you do? What do you want to put anything on this?
I mean, I want it to be true. So I'll put 20 on it just for hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 20 on it. I'm gonna put 20.
Imagine
for
a
sure.
full-priced
It's been-
Astrobot game would be so good.
It's been 3 years since Astrobot.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be like the future showcase of Sony.
Right.
Like, even if this game is like 3 years away, I think they're gonna want to announce it finally.
Oh, interesting.
Here.
That's an interesting point.
I actually think I would go so far as to say that it's coming out this year.
Oh.
Like a,
I think
I would
I
say
think
next year,
holiday
but-
treat.
I think PSVR games are so much like they like what you can get away with in
Yeah,
terms of just
that's
length is
probably
a lot different, and I think as a result, I think a 3-year development window makes sense.
You would just make it like a really good, like 5-hour game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would get that would still get 90s on Metacritic. I think.
Oh, would that be considered a full? Oh,
It's
well,
full
full
price,
price.
If,
full
if
price,
it's
yeah.
if it's
Yeah,
if
no.
it's $60, it still counts. So.
Yeah.
All right. Ghost of Tsushima 2 is given a title, and there's no 2 in the name, basically. It gets a subtitle or a change of name of some kind.
So like Ghost of Other.
Yeah,
place.
Ghost of Another Place, or like Ghost of Tsushima. Like
The issue
with
is
a
I don't have
subtitle.
enough lore context here. So like, are like ghosts in other places? Are like how does
So-
it
Yeah,
work?
did the battle
I have
rage on
actually-
after?
I've done some research on this actually.
Uh-huh.
And so the reason that the first invasion of the Mongols was, of course, on Tsushima Island. 12 years later, after they were defeated, the Mongols returned for a second invasion, but they went around Tsushima this time, and they went straight to Hokkaido. So if this does indeed take place 12 years later with an old grizzled Jin, I think they might call it Ghost of Hokkaido.
That would be so good.
That is my guess.
Honestly,
That would be a good video game.
I mean, considering there is historical context for this, I totally buy it now. Absolutely. I mean,
Going up for
sending Jin to a whole new place.
Yeah, to the mainland essentially this time. And
Yeah.
Also, like, I think, and if it's 12 years later, that also gives them the opportunity to do the thing that everybody loves, which is passing the torch on to a younger character. That
What?
you can play
What?
as.
When did Ghost of Tsushima come out?
2020.
So
So
3
It
years.
was
For
a
me,
yeah, it was a
for me,
COVID
this
launch.
would be a like 2024 game.
This
but,
has
like,
to be
they
far
wanna-
out,
They
yeah.
want to show it, I think, because that's a hype game for them.
You know what? I buy this. You sold me. I'll say 20.
Hey.
Yeah, Jan and the uncle were such like a through line for that, like the emotional side of the story.
Yeah.
I feel like just having another war wouldn't be enough to get them to make another game. So they would have to create some other relationship, which does seem like having that like pass the torch idea
Yeah.
would fit.
They make it like God of War, and you have a little child following you around.
Ghost of Tsushima,
Ghost
though,
of Tsushima,
is like
baby.
really
Wait, but
good.
that's a 2. That's a 2.
Yeah, that would have.
No, that's what that's what I'm saying. I'm
Does that
arguing
count as a
against
2?
it. I'm arguing against it. Ghost of Tsushima is such
It's
a
gonna
good
be-
title.
If Nintendo
How would
didn't
you
call
not?
Splatoon with a 2 in it, they're not going to do this here. It's just, it's not.
It's gonna be called Too Fast Tsushima.
Yeah, video games are never
Oh,
going to
no.
be that.
Ghost of
exciting.
Tsushima would be like the silliest thing for that type of game.
Yeah. All right, what you want to do?
That's
sure.
how they announced Astrobot. They make it seem like, and it's like Ghost of Tsushima, and it's just fucking the little Astro guy just running around.
Hell yeah.
All right, do you want to go
with the Jin Sakai costume. Sure, why not? I'll give it. Let's see, what am I at? 7. I gotta spend a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Still
got the...
Don't worry, we also have Wild Ones.
Those
are money bets. Too, yeah.
Well, I feel like we always drop like 300 on Wild Ones.
Just like we never. It's just like a money sink.
Yeah.
I'll put. But the thing is, it just has to be here. That's the biggest. That's the biggest question.
With that anime coming and with the movie coming, I feel like they were trying to keep like the hype train rolling.
I didn't know there was an anime.
Yeah.
I'll put 25 then. Let's do it. There's a Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima anime over there?
Yeah.
Is this Sekiro?
Oh my gosh.
Anime? That's gonna be interesting.
They're both, I think, being published by Aniplex, but they're being shopped out to different studios to actually make them.
I see, that makes sense.
I learned so much on these betting specials.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bold and bet 10 against Ghost of Tsushima showing up.
Okay, you think they won't mention it?
I just don't think it shows up.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Probably safe.
I mean, it might not. But I think that would be. See, that's.
It'd be wild for it not to show up.
Yeah,
but...
that's one of those things that like when that's going to be one of the like 3 big headlines that's floating around for the next week, though. You know, if they do put that in there. So.
I actually think this conference will have way more surprises. I hope at least.
Interesting. Okay.
That's also kind of why I don't think it shows up. Period. Is I think they're going to want to save more space for like bigger surprises.
Well, we've just covered so many games already too. It's like.
Yeah, that's true.
All of these bets, like, just imagine if like 75% of these bets.
It would be like the most insane
even if the
show
games
ever.
were there. Not even.
Okay, so the new Castlevania game is 3D.
What? This is even if you just wrote there's a new Castlevania game showing up, I would doubt it. But
we already know there's a new Castlevania game.
We know that there is, but
we don't know if it'll show up here, and we also don't know what kind of game it is.
Is it an anime tie-in?
That would actually make a lot of sense. I did not even think of that.
So I'm kind of shocked they haven't like tried to do that yet.
They've done some.
I thought they did. I thought
they did.
Yeah.
And stuff, but it's been very light stuff.
Costumes.
Yeah. So
if it's Dead Cells DLC 2 and it's another Castlevania DLC for Dead Cells,
I'm not putting anything down on this because I'm starting to think Castlevania won't be here. I think that might be something that shows up at Summer Game Fest. Because I don't feel like the Castlevania brand is like as tied to PlayStation as some other things.
Yeah, I also don't think Castlevania shows up here. I really don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, the last few Castlevania games have been open platform, haven't they?
I think they have.
Yeah.
When was the last Castlevania game?
Oh, he's about to say. Like,
also, there was like in the This is
there was the Advanced Collection last year. I think it was last year. But new one, who knows?
In the announcement post, they like specifically used the word spellbinding. They said spellbinding for the third-party games, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
Spellbinding.
No, I wasn't. That's not for Castlevania. That's just in general. Just keep that in mind. I don't know why they used that word. It could have just been colorful choice, but I immediately got sus from it.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they could have like Hogwarts DLC or something, but
I doubt they would hint.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not something they would like hint at.
Yes, let's hint the Hogwarts DLC.
Which actually they said isn't getting DLC because they're making that other game already. So anyway, David, did you want to put anything on this?
I don't think it's happening.
Okay, I
don't think we get Castlevania. I don't think it's in 3D.
I shouldn't have included this. All right, do you want to put anything in on this?
Well,
10 for it showing up.
Oh,
why not?
okay.
Let's get weird.
Well, I was gonna say 20 against it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's. Well, I mean, I don't think either of those are gonna happen. That's again, if we get a Castlevania game, I don't think it'll be in 3D, and I don't think we're gonna get a Castlevania.
So next we got Sony Santa Monica reveals their new game, and it is slated for 2024. So there is a 2024 plastered on that screen. I think that I feel good about that. I think that it will literally just say 2024, no further information on that. But I'm gonna put in Actually, I feel good about that. Put 40 on that.
Have they given any idea of what it will be about?
No,
Even
I think they've hinted that it is a sci-fi game, but that's it. Like it's
Yeah, so we know Corley Barlog is directing. That's the only
yes.
thing we know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But I actually think
his tweets have hinted that it is a sci-fi themed game. and
Yeah,
that's
there's been a
pretty
lot
much
of
it.
hints
God of War in
towards that.
space.
I do think it's gonna show up here, and I wouldn't be shocked if it was 2024. So I will say 50 on that.
Okay.
I mean, it's yeah. It's 2024.
It's
2 years after God of War. I mean, Corley Barlog's been doing nothing since God of War came out, so that's what
I
5
mean, yeah,
years.
he's been doing this conceivably.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I believe this absolutely.
All right, David.
Yeah, it seems to fit their marketing rotation of like last game was big, it had a lot, a lot of legs, and then now it's kind of like towards the end of its cycle, so might as well announce the next thing. So I'm sure, why not? How many? 40. I'll put 40.
Okay. And Adam.
I think Barlog shows up. The 2024 is the thing that throws me. I don't.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
tough.
that's true. Yeah.
They may just not put a date or anything on it, so totally believable.
I'll say 25 that it does, because yeah, like I said, the 2024 thing is the only thing I have no idea about.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right.
Undated
Oh,
seems like the biggest
this
chance.
one's close to Momo's
This one's
heart.
this
Media
one's close to my
Molecule's
heart.
new game is announced, and it is unrelated to Dreams or Little Big Planet.
I was gonna do a wild one about Dreams too. But
Dreams 2.
Just to ask, if their new game is powered by Dreams, does that count?
Powered by Dreams.
that'd be
Interesting. You
funny.
think they made a game in Dreams and they're gonna sell that?
Like, you use whatever engine, because isn't that like supposed to be some
Yeah,
sort of
Dreams
engine?
is its own engine, but like, no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that doesn't count. Like, unless it's
Okay.
like, literally like, hey, this is like the spiritual sequel to Dreams, or like in the universe of Dreams or whatever. Like,
So
What
the
if they
thing
make
that's
a
throwing me
pun?
off.
A Dreams pun.
Sorry, go. Dreams fun. The thing that's throwing me off here is that the Media Molecule team is tiny, like minuscule. Like there are only like 30 people as far as I know, in like a small little office, and that's why Dreams took so long to make. And I think like for me to think that they just had Dreams like pretty much tossed in the bin and they already have something to show, that's kind of crazy to me. I would be shocked for this.
I'm gonna put 10 down on this, and I think the reason is because I feel like after Dreams actually launched, it's possible
They already
working on
started.
another small project on the side, because
They did do Tearaway, which I love.
yeah,
Which was, in between Little Big Planet and Dreams.
Do another one of those. I feel like if they do something, it's going to be like a new IP, and it's going to be unrelated to these things. Like I feel like they kind of want a fresh start after Dreams.
Also, they are big in VR, especially after Dreams.
That is a great
They
point.
could do
could
like
be
a
doing a big VR
VR,
game.
a cute VR title.
Yeah.
That would probably really kill. And you know what? I'll put 10.
Okay.
I'll put 20. Actually, I'll put 30.
Wow.
Actually, I'll put 50.
They didn't make
What just
Sackboy,
happened?
right?
No, they did not make Sackboy. Sumo Digital made
It's
that one.
it's the molecule. So
I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been a Sackboy style VR game like Astrobot. That seems like it would be such an easy.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
win.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like after like Moss and Astrobot were so popular, it feels like Sackboy would be really
Yeah,
good
that's
for
true.
that.
Yeah, interesting.
But Little Big Planet I guess is a little different vibe than that Sackboy Adventure.
Wait, actually, question.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated to Dreams or Little Big Planet. So if it's Sackboy, then that's related to
That's
Little Big
related
Planet.
to Little Big Planet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's gotta be Media Molecule specifically.
I think it'll be a new. I
feel like they're gonna want a new start, because I feel like they moved away from Little Big Planet on purpose because they were finished with it. You know.
They finished. Yeah, they're
Put a lot of time into
auteurs.
that,
They
yeah.
are auteurs. Okay, they're geniuses.
It would be hilarious if they had a new game and then made a trailer in Dreams to announce their new game.
Oh, that'd be cute.
That'd be
would love-
cute, but they also I feel like Dreams is being tossed aside, sadly.
Yeah.
Maybe. I just remember back to the 2018 PlayStation Showcase where they had the little
the
Dreams interstitials,
transitions for like
Yeah.
the drums and the music.
and
It's
those
really
are
cool.
very cute.
Yeah. All right.
Sure, why not? Let's give it 30.
Hey. All All right,
25. 25. Around there.
25-4. I think.
we're all selling ourselves on
I
that.
think, like you said. I think, like you said, Nirav. I think they announced the ending of Dreams very specifically and for a reason.
Yeah.
I think they are working on something.
All right, this one's a little less exciting, but Ben Studio's new IP is announced with no date and is a single-player game.
That was the Days Gone, right?
That's a Days Gone
Mhm.
group,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they already announced they are working on a new
Yeah.
IP game. They haven't said if it's
Days
single or
Gone
multiplayer.
out.
There are weird rumors around Ben's studio and what they're working on, but yeah.
Yeah, so I am thinking this is probably. I think that for some reason I feel like they're gonna want to show this even if it's far away. Like, hey, Ben Studio is doing a thing. Here's the name of the game. Think about it for the next year, and we'll show you something next year. Like, I could see this being a small concept trailer kind of a thing, but again, you've mentioned, like, I don't know if Sony wants to do that as much as they used to anymore, you know? Like,
I also just think that like Ben Studio is in a weird spot right now.
mhm.
Like they were working on a different game before this happened. They were working with
Mhm.
Naughty Dog on something. I think they've had a lot of like shit thrown around, and I've heard some like less than optimistic reports about what's going on internally.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they're not ready.
Ah, interesting. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put -10 on this one. No, we're gonna -25. Baby.
Watch me be completely wrong.
I'm going in.
And
All
they
right.
show a new game. Yeah, I'm gonna put -25 as well.
Okay.
Actually, I'll put -50.
All right. David, where do you want to go?
New IP. Yeah, so we know it's not Days Gone 2, right?
Yeah,
was,
they already
not-
said it
that
is
was
a
never
new,
approved,
is a new
right?
IP. Yeah.
Entirely
Did
new.
Days Gone make like decent sales?
It did well.
Yeah.
I know.
It did well, yeah.
It
Made
actually
money,
did
at
really
least.
well. It did really well on PC. Actually, it was a big
Yeah.
proponent of them putting their stuff on there.
I feel like no date. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put a date. And single player makes. They've never played a non-single player game, have they?
I don't think they have.
I guess
No.
Resistance may have had co-op, but
Did they do Resistance?
they had one of them, didn't they?
They might have. Did they make the PSP one or something?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They did. Yeah.
Didn't they also make Bubsy 3D?
They did,
Maybe
yeah.
if they made a new Bubsy game, that wouldn't count, right?
No, the Bubsy is not a new IP, unfortunately.
Sony have sold Ben Studio to Atari.
Yeah, we gotta find all these exclamation points. All right,
we've covered so many games now, and it's like every single time I'm like they could do it,
They could,
and then
yeah.
like if they keep like I'm sure one of these will come true, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
so yeah, why not 25?
Okay, I believe like a full third of these could come true in the same conference. Sure.
Do we think Siphon Filter is dead? That they wouldn't go back to that?
The thing is, like, I feel
they
like
love putting Siphon Filter in the PlayStation Plus games. Good God.
I feel like we might see Siphon Filter, but not from Bend.
I know they want to make a new game. That's the only thing I really know.
What if that's
what
one
I've
of their
heard.
fucking any old? As far as I'm concerned, when I look at Jim Sony up there on his fucking pedestal, any old PlayStation IP they haven't used in a long time is gonna get converted into a live service multiplayer game. So just fucking wait.
Siphon Filter live service.
Yep. Adam, what do you think?
10-4. I think Bend has been
104 points.
10-4, good buddy.
No. I think Bend has been kind of fucked over a little bit by Sony.
Yeah, it seems like that.
In some aspects.
It seems like they also had really poor leadership. But like, I agree, the devs have been like fucked over by Sony and I think their own management.
I kind of feel like Sony might want to be like, here's like throw him a bone and give him a big spotlight one last time.
That's kind of was my original thought, yeah, but okay. All right, Death Stranding 2 is not shown or referenced. I am very certain we're gonna get something Death Stranding 2 this summer, but I think Kojima wants to probably put it with Keighley.
The chances of Kojima having a reveal thing and it not being in a Keighley event, that feels like a wild one already in itself.
Yeah,
I'm actually
agree.
putting money against this because like I don't know. I think that they anyway Momo, you want to put anything?
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think we see it here. I think it's too early. I think -25.
Now, I do think we get another cinematic trailer at Summer Game Fest this
I
year.
actually
though.
don't even think we'll see it at Summer Game Fest.
Kojima put
I'm
out
just-
like 4 different cinematics for Death Stranding 1 though.
For sure, but also I have a feeling we don't see it. I have some
Also-
sort of feeling we don't see it.
One thing to note, which I'm speaking against my own thing now, but like one thing to note is that when Death Stranding was created, Kojima owned that IP and he had kind of control over the marketing. And Sony bought the IP from him after the game came out. So like he doesn't I don't know, Sony's would have a lot more control over the marketing this time for this game.
That's a
So
good
that
point.
might be something to think about.
Yeah, but I feel like Kojima still has a pretty long leash.
I agree. I
Mhm.
think he has a longer leash than most devs, but yeah.
I mean, Death Stranding was like, oh, weirdo game, and it's people still bought it up. So
Yeah,
Like-
and I mean, and the thing is that over time, like even though it didn't like launch super great, like it did like astronomically well. Like I think they hit like 10 million sales for that game.
there's a good
I think the
PC
issue is that
presence.
Sony dumped a shit ton of money into it, more than they
Mhm.
expected.
Yeah, I think
Not
they also,
shown.
I think that it also paid off because they did end up buying the like IP from him too. So
Yeah, that probably is true.
I don't think they show it though. I mean, referenced though. I think referenced. That's a key word right there.
Oh
Like,
wait,
not sure.
the chance that it's like it's got to be in a montage.
You think they're gonna do a reel? That's why I left reference in there. Like they don't have it like in a reel of upcoming things or whatever. Either.
I don't think there's a
Mhm.
chance that Death Stranding 2 is not actually like glimpsed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels like such a big project on the
It is,
horizon.
but like, are they gonna have
Right.
like a reel at the end showing every PlayStation thing coming? Maybe.
I guess that maybe is more of an E3 thing, but
Could be.
I feel like that's not an uncommon thing for them to do. So I'm gonna say it is referenced.
Okay.
So then I guess I would vote against this.
Yeah.
50.
All right.
I bet 25 that it does not show up.
Wait, I just realized
Yeah.
the bet is not shown a reference, so we have to
Yes.
bet for it if we think it's not going to be. So I'm
Yes,
changing
right.
4. I'm changing 4.
Okay. So
I'm
wait.
changing 4. Yeah,
Okay.
25 4. Yeah.
And I think it will be
Yeah.
at least glimpsed.
Okay. Adam, what'd you
Yeah,
say?
25 that it does not show up. I think.
If they just have like a title card of like names of games, and Death Stranding is one of the names on that list, does that count
Yeah,
as a
that
reference?
counts.
I
I
think
feel like
that
that counts as a
counts.
reference. Yeah,
The
unfortunately.
thing is, I don't think PlayStation does like these kinds of.
It's not that kind of
Don't.
event. Yeah, I'm just
Nintendo
covering my
always puts a
bases.
reel of like, here's all the things that are coming, even like things that we did like things for long ago. But like, I really feel like Sony, if they do a reel at the end, it's just going to be here's everything we showed in this showcase. It's not going to
Yeah,
be like
that's
Yeah,
what they've
I
done.
agree.
things.
That's what they've done every single time, I think.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just wondering if this one feels like more of a blowout than previous ones, and so
For sure.
So yeah.
kind of has that E3 vibe a little bit.
Mm.
I think
Alright.
I think like you said, Nirav, I think Death Stranding showing up at a Keighley event makes more sense for that.
Yeah. So next one we got Bungie's new IP, which they have already confirmed they're doing, is free to play, and it takes place in a fantasy world as opposed to a sci-fi one.
My actual Wild Ones is about Bungie's new IP. So
Okay.
Mm.
I will happily put 100 against this.
Wow. Okay. I'm actually gonna put 50 for this because I think that they are. Actually, I don't. I think we're gonna. I think it's about time to see what that is because whatever it was, I think PlayStation liked it enough that like we gotta have them. That's part of the reason we want to buy you. But I also think that after doing Halo and then Destiny, they're gonna want to go in a different direction with differentiating their IP. So
Yeah, I'll
you
put
were gonna go
100 against this.
Okay.
Yeah, my vision for what this looks like is so unhinged, and I'm
Okay,
really excited
excellent.
for
Yeah, please
that to
tell
be
us about it.
true.
David.
I honestly have not been keeping up with Bungie at all, so I don't know anything about what they're working on.
We know it's called Matter. We know it is a fantasy game that is confirmed already. We do.
okay. Never
We
mind.
do. Yeah, so that's confirmed. But I think the free to play thing is already enough of a
Yeah, that's
enough of
that's
a
That's a
question.
bargain.
Do we know if it's a shooter or not? Because
We don't know.
I don't think
We
so.
know.
Okay.
So the only thing that we know is that
how long ago was this revealed? I haven't even heard of this.
it was leaked like 3 years ago. It was a
Oh,
while ago.
okay.
They've been working on it for a long time. We do know that it's a third-person game. But we don't know anything. We don't know if it's a shooter.
Yeah.
I assume it is because it's Bungie.
Bungie has not made anything that's not a shooter since like
Yeah,
Their
1995.
shooting is
feel
just so
like-
good.
Yeah, I feel
They're like
it
the
has
best in the
to be a
biz.
They are kind of the
shooter.
best. I don't even like Destiny, but that game still is probably the best feeling first-person shooter I've played.
Yeah, I feel like they
Yeah.
it probably is a shooter. I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh man. I'm gonna pass. I don't know. I have no
Alright.
horse in this race.
Adam?
I'll vote 10 against.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
Wait,
enough
this
about
is
Bungie.
tough because like, if they don't say it's free to play,
Yeah, we have to know
if they don't
it's free to
confirm
play.
this,
Let's
fuck, that's hard.
let's say by the end of the showcase, like sometimes with press releases and
Oh,
things
yeah,
like
sure.
that coming out.
Okay, yeah, if they say it a little afterwards, yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
So if it's in a
Because
blog
If
post
it's in
that's
like the
released
blog
Yeah.
that
post,
day.
yeah, we'll count it.
Okay,
Okay.
I think
awesome,
that counts.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's not
'Cause
something
they do
we
that a
announce,
lot.
Yeah, in the showcase. So.
They're not announcing it being free to play in a trailer,
It's-
especially
yeah,
with
it's
how
not
Sony
gonna
does
really
presentations.
happen.
That would not
Yeah.
resonate.
Free to
with
play.
this audience.
Likely,
Yeah,
yeah.
2024.
That is for a different
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, that would not happen. Absolutely not.
Okay. PlayStation announces a new first-party game that uses a pop culture license.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, some well-known license like Wolverine that they don't.
Oh,
it's not
okay.
anything.
So it could be a
like
comic
Spider-
book.
Marvel.
Yeah, it could be a comic book.
anything
Yeah,
from
Okay.
Disney.
Could
So like
be
an
a popular
existing
TV
IP.
show or something like that. Movie franchise.
First, okay, but
A
first
non-video
party
game IP.
It's
This is
yeah.
a first party game.
Kid Leroy's
Yes,
video
first
game.
pretty game. Yeah, how about let's reword it a little bit. I like what you said. That uses a it's a non-video game license. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If it's like a
First
base,
party
well,
game. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Now this is the thing. Like, remember they announced fucking KOTOR remake? That was a first-party PlayStation game, and that's Star Wars. That would have counted for this.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
that is a video game license though. Like it's Knights of the Republic. It's like a whole
And
series.
it's a
They have, like
remake.
the MMO. It's a remake. I feel like that doesn't. I feel like if it's exactly something like that, it wouldn't count. I feel like.
yeah, I would think like
I feel
a
like that
remake of a
wouldn't
game
count.
that you made
Okay,
before.
if it's a remake,
Yeah,
would
I feel
see
like
that.
I feel like if it's like Spider-Man or Wolverine, that totally counts.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a new. Yeah, so it's a new first-party game. So
New
it's gotta
first-party
be like
game,
a
yeah.
new thing. Yeah. Okay.
But this is hard. I'm trying to think of like what they would do here, if that's even possible.
So if it was KOTOR 3, that
That
could
wouldn't count. No. Yeah, you're right.
It
So
wouldn't.
This got no, because I think it's got to be a new. I think it's got to be a new thing. I don't know how to word this now. The thing I'm. What
So a
I'm thinking of.
non-sequel
Yeah,
for an IP that we
non-sequel.
haven't had a video game for.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no,
okay.
that even that isn't right because Spider-Man we've had video games for. It's just
Yeah,
that
Well-
it's sort of a new.
Not within the genre.
Yeah,
But, like if it's this new Star Wars game, then that would count. But if it's
Yeah,
a new
yeah,
KOTOR
exactly,
game, that wouldn't
exactly.
Another
count.
KOTOR
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That's kind
Yeah.
of
I
what
think
I'm
so, yeah.
thinking,
Yeah. Okay.
In that vein, I have no idea what this would be, but I feel weirdly certain this is going to happen for some reason. So
I would love to. I would love to see what it would be though. I'm so curious.
I can't even think of. I mean, there's so
Yeah, I
many
have to
fucking
pass, I
gigantic.
don't know.
Like a new Dune game or something.
This is the
That'd
thing.
be
Like, there's
sick.
so many giant licenses that are in like novels or big TV shows and stuff too that they could use, like that are just.
I guess
sitting
like
there.
Hogwarts. No, Hogwarts.
The
is
long
first party.
rumored Gandalf game.
The Gandalf game.
Gandalf
Yeah.
Gandalf 2.
The sequel to Gandalf.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, even if something like fucking, I don't know. I weirdly feel like PlayStation might be the ones to like jump in on like a license like Mistborn or something, even like to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I'm
we're
trying to think
gonna-
of like what. Oh, maybe even like one of the live service games would
What
be
was
like
that low budge game that got announced earlier in the year? It was like Ringworld or whatever.
from the Mistborn.
The
From,
space one. The
Yeah.
real big space series.
What's the Mistborn author name?
Brandon
Ring-
Sanderson.
Yeah, the Brandon
I
Sanderson
think
game.
Ringworld.
Oh.
Isn't it
Yeah.
Ringworld? That's
Oh
a
yeah, it was like
huge
with the
steel sci-fi
card-based
game.
one.
Oh yeah, the cards.
No, it
and
was like a
stuff.
low budge VR game or something.
Oh, you're thinking of something else.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking of
think of a
the
different
Brandon
thing.
Sanderson game.
Maybe
Yeah, he
it
was
was
making
that.
a really like
The Wheel of Time guy is writing a game
Robert Jordan.
that I think was yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, like I don't know. I feel like there's like a license somewhere that they're like, okay, we wanted to grab this kind of a thing. So I don't know what it is, but anyway.
You know what? I'll put 25 against this.
Okay.
I just can't see it happening. I'm racking my brain.
Are we gonna be able to redistribute some points before we go into the wild ones?
I think we probably should because we're like being way too conservative.
I know. This happens every time. I think.
Yeah.
That's a new perspective. I mean, that'd be fun. I could see it just being like they love these little like super short cinematics just to
Yeah.
like tease a thing at like some
Oh
point in their
yeah, they
shows.
did like they also did a Radiohead game. I guess they're really unhinged sometimes. Like
Yeah,
they come
the
out of
Kid
nowhere.
Amnesia thing.
Ooh, yeah.
They like this stuff, so I'll sure why not. I'll do a big 50.
Yeah.
This showcase is gonna have everything.
I agree.
It's the biggest showcase of all time.
Showcase of Dreams. Adam.
But Dreams is dead.
Showcase of Dreams too.
I say 75. It does show up. Something
Okay.
does show up. There's been Does anybody remember the random Men in Black Bend game rumors that popped up like a year or two ago?
Oh
I
my
do remember
god,
that
yeah.
The Men in
Yeah.
Black game would be kind of fun, honestly.
Jesus, that could, I mean, that yeah, I can imagine a good version of a Men in Black game, absolutely. But like,
They've got a lot of good guns and a lot
Yeah.
of great like races and
yeah,
characters.
different
and stuff.
aliens and stuff. Yeah.
This one is seriously pandering to me again.
All right, so this is our
This
biggest
also,
bet.
also Sony is so big into like other properties right now. It feels like
Uh-huh.
that is their thing so much right now.
All right.
These Bloodborne bets, Hollow Knight bets, and Half-Life 3
Are
bets
always
are just.
deadly.
It's like
They're
every year we
memes,
got.
yeah,
some-
they're
I've
memes.
cursed this
eternal.
one. So Bloodborne, whether 60 FPS port or it's a full remaster, whatever,
It's coming to
Bloodborne is
PS5,
coming to PC,
yeah.
PS5 and PC.
I feel pretty certain about that. I'm 100. I'm 100 in.
You're
I have
100
to
in.
bet every
What, they're
time.
gonna-
You're not
they're
gonna.
gonna be
I'm
like,
actually going
here's
100
Armored
in
Core
with
6.
you.
Yes. Let's
Here's Armored Core
go.
6. Oh yeah, and Bloodborne.
I like. Oh man, I would lose my mind.
No,
every
it's not
time.
happening. 50.
50 against it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's never
I
happening.
would lose my mind.
25 against it.
Okay. No,
I'm
now's
a-
the
Lose my
time.
mind.
I'm an eternal cynic on this.
And
It's
not
never gonna
just
happen.
because I need to spend more
To be
money.
fair, if this does happen though, I pretty much won the game.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well,
Well,
two.
Actually-
I also
Actually,
bet on it,
Nirav and I,
Yeah.
Nirav
Y'all
and
are
I
gonna,
are,
y'all
are
are gonna
little-
tie. It's
Alright.
all about. It's all up to Bungie in this.
Yeah, last one, a classic, a big boy will slip.
Oh, yes.
I always bet on a big boy will slip. I'm putting 50 down on that.
I actually
No.
have a wild one that goes against this, so I'm gonna
Oh,
just
wow.
I'm gonna say negative 50.
Your wild one is that a small boy will slip.
Not quite.
I mean, big boy slip every time. It's a eternal big boy slipping.
Yeah.
Yes, 50,
50. Yes.
100, 50, 100,
100. 100.
Which one? Which one?
50, 50. Yeah, let's do 100.
100. Yeah, we got to spend
I need
these
the bullet
fucking
points.
dude. All right.
100 that it will happen for sure.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think if Final Fantasy VII Part 2 shows up,
Oh yeah.
Barrett
You're gonna
slips.
see a big boy slip.
Oh my
Barrett's
god.
Yeah.
making a slip.
That's so funny.
Okay.
The-
Yeah. I don't know if we want to crank any of these up or anything because I'll still got some amount of points left. So. I'm gonna crank up some of mine to like. Just like. Yeah. Let's just do this. Yeah. Crank these up to
The
25.
Metal Gear Solid 3 one I want to put. Well, I feel like this feels like cheating now that we've talked about the leak.
Yeah. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah. If you want to, especially Adam, if you want to put some more in, because you got a lot left.
Yeah,
You want to turn those 10s into 25s here?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Put 10 against Metal Gear being
3.
exclusive.
Okay.
Just,
I'll-
I mean, we talked about it already.
I'll
Since
bump the
that
Final
leak is out there.
Fantasy Rebirth up to 50.
Okay. Final
Number 8.
Fantasy Rebirth. Okay. And it bang
Against
anything
fif-
else?
Against it.
Oh, 50.
It was-
Sorry.
See how many I have left?
Mhm.
370. Try to get it down to 300. Let's see.
Yeah. You can pump this up to a little higher.
I don't think that's. I'm honestly just put the points in there to have fun. But I guess we'll.
Gotta go in hard on something here.
The thing with the Astrobot game too, like that means they have to announce a price.
That's a good point.
Now, which do they like? Do they ever do
Well,
that?
the reason why I think that's possible is because they just they reveal it. It's coming out this year, and it's a bit
Yeah.
already on the
It's
PlayStation.
I
available
think
for
we-
pre-order or something that day.
Talking about like
Yeah,
blog posts,
I think
same
we
day
take,
blog posts.
yeah, I think we
okay.
take that same approach with blog
Yeah.
posts day or at the end of the event.
Like, yeah, if a couple of hours after the event, Astrobot's on the store, then that counts, and it's
Yeah.
$60.
So a lot of these are, I don't know like if how many of these like the whole bet is gonna get satisfied is the hard part.
Almost never.
Tsushima 2. Let's put Tsushima not 2. I'm gonna put that up to 50.
Yeah.
Because I do like
Tsushima.
that argument against the number. Sony Santa Monica, put that to 40 or 50. And then I guess Bungie's no IP since y'all went on it. I'll put. I think they stick sci-fi, regardless. I'll put 35 against it
Okay. You said 35?
because that rounds me to 300. I'll put 300 on my wild ones.
Yeah, sure. All right. So we're gonna jump over here. So we've got a few of the wild ones loaded up. I've got Sunny's in
Before
here,
before you do that,
Oh, yeah.
can you on my end can you move the PlayStation announces a new first party game up to 100,
okay.
and then the upgrades cloud gaming to 50 as well.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the wild ones with
Yes.
325.
All right. We're over the wild ones. So
Do we need to like message you our things or just say it on here?
We'll just say it and I'll type it in.
Okay.
So try not to peek ahead.
Okay.
So these first three are Sunny's here. As part of the collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you will get a shirtless Sephiroth body pillow. Okay, pretty good. PlayStation All-Stars
Funny.
2 will be announced, but it's a Mario Kart clone. Kratos will ride a motorcycle that looks like the Leviathan axe.
Oh my god, I love that so
I
much.
dig that.
Sony will announce they are
All
buying
Stars.
Square...
Oh my.
Sorry? Yeah, go in on it. Okay. Sony will
I just
announce
think it's
they are
funny.
buying Square Enix, and as a result will start developing a Chrono Trigger remake that'll be given the Final Fantasy VII treatment. I didn't need to copy this last sentence, but I'm going to leave it in, actually. Let me know if you need to flesh any of these
Yeah,
out.
we need more detail. Like, cause I mean,
It
that's
just
not
seems like
wild
Sonny
enough.
wants to help out on the
funny.
game. That's all I was assuming.
All right.
Is that
Yeah.
Sonny is just like, yo, Sony, Jim, give me a call, please.
Dude, a
All right,
full
we're on to
3D
mine.
Chrono Trigger would be so
Yes, fuck.
insane.
I'm so excited for it. All right. A shadow appears in the back of the screen with a sign that says Challenger approaching. It is Masahiro Sakurai, and he announces that he is making PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2.
Oh my god, that is incredible.
Oh, that's great.
Dude.
I would love that.
Jim Ryan is wearing some insane accessory such as a lapel pin or cufflinks that features a PlayStation character along with his $3,000 suit.
It doesn't sound too
little,
wild.
like
Yeah,
a
that's
little
not-
Kratos head on his like lapel.
That would be really funny. That's not too unlikely.
That's actually
I would
not
love that.
crazy.
I would love that.
And then PlayStation Land is opening in Universal Studios right across from Nintendo Land. Will feature a God of War roller coaster, a Twisted Metal go-kart ride, and Spin the Teacups ride where all the teacups are giant DualSense controllers.
I love
And they
imagining this
shake.
being revealed at the Sony Future
Yeah.
Gaming conference.
It's
Like,
just at the very
Jim Ryan
end.
exclusively, yeah.
One more
by
thing.
the way, one more thing. Here's our new theme park.
I like the
With
idea that it's
weird
setting up
rides.
literally across the street from the Mario one. It's like
I would pay money to hear Shohei Yoshida announce this, actually, because he
yeah.
would give so much energy and he would hype me for that, honestly.
agree.
Doesn't Uncharted have an official roller coaster announced already?
it might, but I think it's somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's not a PlayStation Park at least.
Oh well, sorry, it's not PlayStation
yeah,
Theme World.
PlayStation Land. All right, let's go ahead and get Momo's. What are yours?
So my first one is, at no point do we see a real person's face, not a single cutaway to someone talking in front of a green screen, no actual people or developers or industry leaders chatting with us, even for a second. It doesn't happen once, it is just trailers. And if there is talking, we never see who.
Okay.
I kind of want
no
that to happen.
faces, no faces at all.
No talking.
Sony's
heads.
already very minimal on that,
I
too.
don't understand. Sony is really minimal on that, though. I agree. All right.
Fine. Oh, are we doing round robin, or are we just doing all one person?
We'll just do all one person's and then we'll.
Okay. My next one is Bungie's next game isn't a first-person shooter. It isn't a looter game. It isn't really a live service game. It's nothing like Destiny. It's a third-person MMO, Little Big Planet, where Bungie turns Halo's Forge into its own fantasy video game.
Okay, sorry.
So
what?
it's just
It's
it is a
Little
third person.
Halo
It's
4
third.
Big-
It's
MMO.
third person Little Big Planet. Third person MMO Little Big Planet. It's not actually Little Big Planet, but it's like a creation game. Like you just build shit.
Okay.
It's like Fortnite, but like
No,
more
like Roblox.
Wow.
Yeah, like Roblox, but more in depth.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Bungie's
So
going crazy with
so it's
it.
a third-person MMO, but all the players are building the world.
Yeah, all the players are building the world.
That would
It's
be
Bungie.
that would be such an insane undertaking.
It's
Oh
the
my
most
God.
ambitious game ever made.
Yeah, I agree.
And the
Alright.
Destiny team is doing it.
Yes.
It's kind of like the reverse of Fortnite, where like there was a couple seasons where Fortnite, you know, obviously had like the full island, but they would have one section of the island that was player created, and so
Mhm.
it would be like it was like a square area where like the player
Interesting.
created stuff was like put into that area, and so it would be like the opposite of that, where Destiny would create like one little like sample place, and then the rest
Yeah.
of it is player created.
Literally, all I'm imagining is that like the Forge team has been working for quite a while, and I feel like maybe the Forge team has been part of Bungie. Maybe they're like, hey, we kind of want to make something, and
Yeah.
they're like, let's just make our own Forge game.
All right. What's the
Um,
last one?
My
What would
last
the
one-
release cycle be? Like, would they just like put out a couple small things and then say players, you're in beta now for a year and a half to make the rest of the world?
I don't know. That's up for the geniuses at Bungie to figure out.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just the better.
I'm a humble harbinger.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
All right. What you
I
got?
call this last one the Capcom 5-Finger Death Punch.
Okay.
DMC, Pragmata, Dragon's Dogma 2, Resident Evil 9, and Monster Hunter. And new Monster Hunter are all revealed.
Wow.
At PlayStation Showcase.
And Five Finger Death Punch song plays
And,
over
yeah,
all
and a
of
five-finger
those.
death punch.
Hell yeah.
Let's add that.
What are all the things?
It's a montage.
Resident Evil.
Devil May Cry 6, Pragmata, Dragon's
Okay.
Dogma 2, Resident Evil 9, the Monster Hunter game. Monster Hunter.
So Resident Evil 9.
It's got to be
yeah.
Resident Evil 9.
Resident Evil 9.
Yes.
Resident Evil 9, yeah. It's got to be Resident Evil 9. It can't be any
Yeah.
other. It can't be a remake of
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
yeah.
It can't be like a small
Okay.
game. It's Resident
Dragon's
Evil 9.
Dogma 2. What was the other ones?
It was Pragmata and Monster Hunter, a new Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, I'm not sure what it could be, so let's just say Monster Hunter. New Monster
Okay.
Hunter.
Okay. Okay. Also, Jesus Christ. Can we all agree that Resident Evil 9 has to be called Resident Evil Grand Prix to fit the IX into it?
Grand Prix. Yeah. It's Resident Evil 6, but then the IX.
Yeah, dude,
is
that's the
title.
funniest thing I've ever
That's-
saw.
that's-
Either. Resident Evil SIX, but it's like 9.
But it's a remake of Resident Evil 6.
Yeah,
making it better.
My best guess for the word they're gonna use to figure this out is betwixt,
Oh my God,
Betwixt.
and it's gonna be like a
Resident Evil
witch.
6?
It's gonna be like a witch themed thing.
That
Oh,
has
yeah.
killed me. Oh my God, Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6 is good. All right, David, what are your wild ones?
Okay, so as alluded to earlier, Metal Gear Solid 3 is announced as not an exclusive to PlayStation, but they have an exclusive Catch the Monkey mode, which was on the Metal Gear Solid 3
Yeah.
thing. And Metal Gear Solid HD Collection is also announced to be ported to modern consoles.
Wow.
With 4. 4. gotta
Wow,
gotta
this
rep
is
4.
quite a dream.
Yeah.
All right.
'Cause I think I had the PS3 version, but I think 4 was its own separate disc. Like it had its
Yeah.
own whole disc. Yeah.
God, man, I would pay. I would pay I would actually pay $60 to get MGS4 on the modern console.
Oh, for sure.
Like legitimately. All right, what else we got?
Pay $60 just to do that last liquid fight scene.
Mhm.
Spider-Man 2 big gameplay trailer date provided with a tease at the end of it of a crossover with into Across the Spider-Verse movie themed
Oh.
DLC.
Hmm.
So like either one of the video game characters look like they're like watching the movie or going into it, or one of the movie characters would, I guess, be seen.
Yeah.
Because Across the Spider-Verse is like all the verses, right? So
I'm-
it very well could.
I am very suspicious that the Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man is going to be in the new Spider-Verse movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. what's your last one?
Last of Us Factions has taken so long because they've been working on PlayStation VR 2 integration, and it's gonna have a themed Firefly PSVR 2 headset,
Oh my God.
Wow.
like a limited edition headset
Yeah.
with like the Firefly stuff on it.
Is that why you asked if there's a third person?
Yeah,
directing?
yeah.
Thought so.
I was like, I don't think this would work, but whatever.
Yeah.
Did they have they ever done that before?
Not like as a
There was
main.
shooter,
themed
not as a
headset?
shooter.
I was
Oh,
good.
No,
Oh,
like a themed
no.
headset before. Have they done that?
No.
Interesting.
That's ambitious, but I like
That
it.
that is wild. All right, Adam, what do you have?
All right, we're gonna go with these three. In an effort to diversify their library a bit, Sony are going to announce at least 2 sad mom first-person shooter games.
2 sad mom.
Yeah, where the protagonist is just a sad mom, and you're just like,
So, like
having to
Returnal?
fight through the world. Yeah,
So-
but first person, but they're first person.
Okay.
Because they got to diversify a little bit.
I
Yeah,
love
'cause
how
it-
you preface this with diversify and then just said first person
first-person
sad
sh-
story.
Yeah.
You have
But
to play as a
diversify with
sad
more
mom.
games like they've been making.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I mean,
so
they
funny.
make sad dad third-person games.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's true.
What,
I
Wait,
guess-
what
I
was
guess-
that
Well, actually, I'm
Returnal
thinking
like
about,
that came out this year?
Oh, the Scars Above, I think. was
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Stars above, yeah.
Oh, Fallout 4 can also be a sad mom first-person shooter.
Or Sad Dad, yeah. It's
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, it's both.
And then Ember Labs is going to show up and announce that they are working on a new game that will be featuring a Sony franchise character. I don't know what that will be, but I could see like Sly or Knack or Sackboy,
Oh,
something like
wow.
Okay.
That's
gonna
a
ask who is
really
Ember Labs.
good.
I think that's what Ember Labs are doing.
That's actually not wild enough for this. I need.
Yeah,
they
I
made
think that's
Kena.
that's a good
it's a
guess.
real
And Ember
thing that could
Labs,
happen.
Ember Labs proved themselves. They made.
I could pick
great-
another one. I've got other
yeah.
ones. I got other ones.
That's like good. That's like an actual good guess.
Right? If you need me to pick an actual wild one, I can do that too. I can't.
Whatever
I
you
have
wanna do.
other.
No, I like this. I like that.
All right,
I would.
give-
I
Wild
would
ones
fine
don't
with
have to be
rewarding you,
so
Yeah, I know.
impossible that they would never happen.
All right, give me your third one.
My last one is all of the hopium, all the copium. I got it all here for you. Grand Theft Auto 6 is closing the show.
Oh my
Ooh,
god, that's so
at
hopium.
PlayStation, wow.
That is such a hopium moment.
They opened the PS5 reveal event with a Grand Theft Auto 5 that everybody was reading.
I remember that.
Oh my god! And they're
That
like,
was the worst
this is
thing.
PlayStation, and
We
then
were
like everything after this is good now. It's like they put a
We
thing
like
on
Yeah.
this.
And
they
also-
showed that they showed the Rockstar logo before anything else. Like, are you guys
That's what I mean.
okay? Like, what?
That's what I mean. There has to have been a reason, and they showed. I think it's
The
not gonna
reason
be
was because
exclusive.
4 years
Because
later,
Rockstar
You think
Whatever.
this is
Made
a
them a fuck ton
3-year
of money.
con? You think this is a 3-year con? Like we're
Yeah.
being played for 3 years?
I don't.
That's
I don't
hilarious.
think, and I don't think it's exclusive or anything like that. I just think that Sony backed up the Brinks truck, got marketing rights to it because they saw how successful Harry Potter was for them with that marketing deal, and I think they're going to be like, you know what, like it worked out for us with Harry Potter. Grand Theft Auto 6 is huge. Let's spend the money. Let's get it here. People are going to go nuts if we actually have it.
Okay, I'm putting in a lot of money on the Capcom 5-Figure Death Punch crossover. I'm putting in 100 on that, and then
I'm
I'm
a little
gonna,
surprised we didn't have any Shadow Drop or any Little Devil
yeah,
Inside
we're so fucking
reference.
so fucking jaded. I think I'm also gonna put in 100 on Sad Mom first-person shooter. What do I have left? 135. Let's see.
There has to be 2 of them though.
Huh?
This has to be 2 Sad Mom shooters, right?
Yeah, 2 Sad
Yeah.
Mom shooters in the same show. I'm gonna put in the most ambitious video game of all time for Bungie. Yes. All right, Momo, you have 285 left.
I am putting 100 on the Ember Labs thing. That's a great bet. I am so into this idea. I would lose my mind. I'm also gonna put 100 on the Bungie thing because it's a dream come true.
Mhm.
I also really want to do
A dream come true is a player created MMO.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. Are you kidding me? That's a dream come true right there.
Would you make something?
I would be.
That
making
Oh,
was-
stuff.
of course, I would be.
Okay.
I played Forge, I played Dreams, I played Little Big Planet,
Yeah.
I was on Roblox, I was on Minecraft. I
Okay.
The
live
only
for
thing
this
I care
shit.
about is making stuff. I don't care about
I
things
live
other
for
people
this
make.
shit.
I don't make
I'm
things.
so ready. I would
I
beat
never
that
make
shit up
things.
so bad, and it would make no money because Dreams failed.
Yes.
So I also want to do the PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale 2 thing
Okay.
for the rest of my money because
Which
cart
one?
Oh
one?
wait, the second one, not the cart
The
one. The
Sakurai
one where
one. Sakurai.
Masahiro
Yeah.
Sakurai is developing it. I love
Hey,
it.
he doesn't work for Nintendo. He could do it.
That would be really funny.
Okay, David, you got how much? Let me see. You've got 300 left. Just delete.
I didn't know we were gonna go so hard in on specific ones. I was gonna spread it out a bit more. I like the no face at all. I mean, this is an hour, so I could definitely see like Jim Ryan or Jim Sony showing up and being like, "Yo, what's up? Here's all my games." But I like.
What's up? Here's all my games.
Yeah,
Hey, here's all these games I got. Let me show you real quick.
come by our stuff.
Yeah, come check out the back room. My mom let me use it to put all my games in.
But I do like that. I'm gonna put 30 on that and then 20 on the lapel pin or cufflink because I think that's kind of cute. So that's gonna be
What, you put
20 on the
30
cufflink.
It's okay. And what was the other one?
You're
30
off
on the
of
no
columns.
faces.
Your columns off. Your columns off.
Oh.
Thanks for the money.
Yeah. No faces, yeah, 30. So that gives me 50.
Little bets. Little bets.
Well, I was gonna spread it out more. I wasn't gonna do just like 3 big ones. Sorry. Okay, well I'll round up. So put 25 on cufflink and 75 on no face.
No Face from Spirited Away shows up.
Yeah. Spirited Away video game would be pretty cool. Ember Labs, I like. Let's do 50 on that. The Metal Gear Solid 3 one I gotta do just because I want it, so I'm gonna put 50 on that. And then that gives me 100. So what's at the top again? I gotta get that Sephiroth body pillow,
Yeah, I was about to
for
say.
25. And Sakurai's pretty funny. 25 on that and 50 on Chrono Trigger.
All right.
So to a full like 3D remake of Chrono Trigger would be
That'd be very
nuts.
good. And then let me see here. Okay. All right, Adam, where do you want to put your money? Let me see. You have 25.
Let's do 25 on the 5-finger death punch. Let's do 50 on Sakurai. Uh, 25 on Insane Accessory for Jim Ryan.
Okay.
How much am I at now? I should know this. I didn't spend that much. Do 25 on Spider-Verse DLC. And then 100 on Ember Labs and 100 on GTA 6.
Yes. All right, we're all gonna be rich. Okay, so that will close this out. Thank you guys for joining us. We are. Yeah, What time is the show again? Is it at 4?
Yeah,
Eastern?
I think so.
Yeah, that sucks. Ugh. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do like a live thing
on
for it.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
on
I
Wednesday.
also can't. Yeah.
What I might do is get some folks together to do like a reaction and like record it like with none of us having seen it and then put it up on YouTube that night. So
Let me know if that's the plan. So
yeah, I think that might be fine.
You mean
So
like don't watch it live and then watch it after work?
Yeah, I think a lot of us have to like are going to be working at that time anyway, so like we can't. Watch
I have
it
to
live.
watch it for work, so I can't be there.
Oh,
Okay.
I was planning on just working from home so I could watch it.
Yeah, I can't choose which days to work from home. I'm home like Mondays and Fridays, so
bummer.
Okay, well I'll figure it out and I'll see if anyone's interested. All right, thanks guys for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.